What's going on, melon farmers? D-Mac back with another episode of the Quebec City Combatant franchise mode for NHL 23. If you have to scroll down, hit that episode. But in this one, we're finally done the first season of this franchise mode. We're in our first off-season. We're going to be going through the draft. We're going to be going through free agency, the re-sign phase, and everything. I don't think there's really much we need to do in the re-sign phase, but unfortunately, we did finish 25th in the standings. We were hoping to go full tank mode, and then we actually, in the last 5 or 6 games of the year, kind of ended on a bit of a high note, ended up getting back to NHL 500, which is not exactly where we wanted to be. So now, I believe the draft board it's a liar. It's a total liar. It says we're going to get the 4th, 5th, or 6th pick. We are most likely going to get the 8th or 9th pick, but Mr. Radic Ruchinski was the guy I wanted to go for. 6'1", 193-pound right defender, elite, gem status defensive defenseman. Says he has bad character, but this game with morale off, I don't think it really matters that much. He's going to have X-Factor abilities, but there was also this guy, Cam Allen, who is ranked 9th on Central Scouting, two-way defenseman. The only problem is he's 2 years out. So it's man, when are we ever going to see this guy? We need to draft somebody who we're actually going to see, now time. There's always Connor Bedard. There's always upsets in the draft lottery. We could move up. You never know. We could also move down. I don't flipping know. I mean, yes, he's NHL ready. He is a franchise potential player. You could easily build a team around this guy, slowly move him up the lineup as the year goes on. I do want to see, because I think we're probably going to end up with pick 8 or 9. I really want that Ruchinski guy. And looking at our lines, we made this team a crap load younger. You know what I mean? So if we look at scratched players, Bo Horvat, Keegan Colasar, Capobianco, obviously. Bo Horvat we're holding on to. I do like Keegan Colasar as a depth option. He is a serviceable penalty killer. He doesn't have the greatest defensive awareness, but he is a good penalty killer. He's a big body. You know what I mean? So then we go back to even strength. Michael Backlund, 34-year-old Michael Backlund. He was the guy I was kind of just looking for. I was like, oh no, where the heck did Michael Backlund get off to? You know what I mean? We signed him to a 2-year extension for $0.00. I do want to move him down to that third line as a depth option. The next thing that I wanted to look at before we simulate through the AHL playoffs was the coaching staff. I very quickly wanted to look. We have A- for coaching staff, our head coach, I mean. Do we want to fire all the coaches and maybe try to just get a whole new team of coaches in there for 3 or 4 seasons, build them up, get halfway decent coaches? Yona Palapuz, I don't know how to pronounce that, but he makes over $4 million a year, and he only has B for teaching, he's a defensive coach with B defense and A+ offense. This is so strange. And he only has a 59% team fit. You know what I mean? We could find someone who fits a heck of a lot better than that. Hugo Huet. He doesn't like the head coach. Okay. He's a B- associate. This guy. A for influence. My goodness. What was this guy? A-. Okay, so he had decent influence. The goalie coach, A teaching. So we want to keep Yuri Kovalev around for that last year in the minors. I'm fine with that. We get 3 more years. 3 more years, 3 more years, 3 more years. Okay, so the AHL coaching staff, I got no beef with. They made the playoffs, so they're just going to get better. But I am highly considering firing all the NHL coaches, starting from scratch. Just get someone with good teaching, good influence, you know what I mean? But when you first start your franchise mode, the coaching selection is abysmal, you know what I mean? And we got $8.634 million to spend. We got, what would you say, 2,800 of that? Yeah, about 2.8 million of that, is in the AHL, which leaves us about 5.8 million. And I think we could do some good. We're not going to fire the goalie coach and look at that price tag, $222,000 a year. You're not going to beat that, and he's got A teaching. So we would just need assistant associate head coach, You know, that's all we'd need. And we could find a coach that fits way better with this team. The chemistry would be so much higher. I know I'm rambling on like an idiot. But yeah, another thing. The guy that I was really looking to move on from in order to move up in the draft is someone who had a very good season, 33-year-old Gus Nyquist. He's 84 overall, but he just came off a 57-point season, which is, I don't think that's a career high. That is 100% a career high year for Gus Nyquist. He had a career year at age 33. Well, this is the next Joe Pavelski here, man. And yeah, he's got 1 year left under contract because it still says 2 years left until you hit the re-sign phase. Then suddenly it'll say he's got 1 year left. But I think at the draft table with a 57-point season, he's got to have some value. So hold on, let's go. Player search. Search. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry. So we'll just go Nyquist. Now, why is his trade value so low? This guy just had a career year, and he's only got 1 year left under contract. I don't get it. Oh, well. It's all right. What we're going to do is go to the AHL. Did we? Oh, no. Okay, so the playoffs haven't started yet. So what we're going to do here is go to the calendar, and we're going to simulate through the AHL playoffs. Let's sim the first 4 games and see what happens. We got a loss. That's no good. Head coach replaces player. Oh, my God. Okay. Continue. I'll do it in a minute. Loss. Best lines. That's another win. Okay, so we're 2-2. Next win moves on to the second round of the AHL playoffs. Oh, my God. And we lost. Okay. Or are they doing best of 7 in the AHL? I swear to God, round 1 was the best of, 5. Okay, best of 7, I guess. Another loss. Okay, we're out anyway. Out in the first round. That's fine. So now I'm going to go edit those lines really quickly. Alexander Nylander actually led the parade with 4 points in 5 games. Go edit lines, put everybody back where they belong very quickly, because for whatever reason, that matters. Unfortunately, I just said Bo Horvat and everything back, and then I got all sad again because I was like, Keegan Colasar's still out until next month. Jesus. All right, so now we can basically just skip ahead, see who wins the Stanley Cup, and we'll just go from there. So that's... You got to think by, the 8th of June, Alex Nylander is available to play. Yep. Best lines. Quebec City player. No, I don't want Capobianco in the lineup. Ooh, Central Scouting Rankings. Maybe we'll have a little more information on some of these other guys, right? I still really, really like Radic Ruchinski. He's still the guy I want to go for. He has been moving up in the draft. I believe the first time we ever had him scouted, something tells me he was 6th, and then it was a couple scouts later, he was 5th, and now as we approach the end of the season, suddenly he was 4th. So let's see if we got any more information on anybody around here, right? So we got this Theo Lindstein, I don't know. Left defender, 18-year-old left D. Central Scouting has him ranked 8th. We've only scouted him, does it tell you how many times? Times scouted? I'm not 100% sure. No weakness, good mobility, 3 years out. Could have X factors. I still think I want to use Gus to move up in the draft, try and get that number 4 spot, at least. So the Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup, and the Chicago Wolves take the Calder Cup. All right. So the maximum salary cap goes up to $88 million. Kyle Dubas just had himself a wet dream on that one. My goodness. So 65% of seats sold. And now let's move ahead to retirement and also see where we ended up in the draft lottery. Could everybody please cross your damn fingers for me here? We ended up 9th. Oh, I knew it. Buffalo wins the draft lottery. LA, Arizona, Montreal would be the one we would have to take. We would absolutely have to get Montreal's pick. Now, is Gus Nyquist worth enough to move up 5 spots in the top 10? We also have the Edmonton Oilers' 3rd round pick this year as well. So we got one last draft class ranking. Ruchinski moved to 3rd. Oh, Magnus Raquel. Oh, he's a big boy. 18-year-old, 6'4", 205-pound left D. Two-way defenseman. He's got A's and B's across the board. Size and skill, heavy slap shot, shutdown ability, teammate utilization. He's 1 year out. And look at him. I just hate that he's 1 year out. The only thing is, he's European. So you could sign him and put him in the AHL, and then as the season goes on, he could grow in the AHL as a top pairing defender. I don't know. Do you go for Braden Yeager? He's also 1 year out. He's got tons of X factors and stuff. Cam Allen, I guess I'm not going for you anymore. My goodness. Ethan Gauthier. Kasper Halttunen, right winger, sniper. I don't know why I'm even looking way down here. Oh, that is such like a kick in the pants, man. I might have to give up a future or something. Because it's like, yeah, we got the 9th pick. I do not want the 9th pick. I want Radic Ruchinski, a guy that you can build your team around, an elite defensive defenseman. Those are like unicorns, especially ones with gem status. Or do you just go for Bedard? That's the thing. It's like, it's so cheap. Yeah, we'll simulate more, but one more day. View retired players. So who decided to call it quits? Jumbo did. Eric Stahl did. Kessler finally did. The real deal, James Neal. Brian Little, Brent Seabrook, Brandon Dubinsky, Michael Frolik, Blake Como. Most of these guys aren't even playing anymore anyway. Brad Richardson, Justin Abdelkader, Lori Korpikoski, Vladimir Sobotka, Leo Komarov, there you go. Nate Thompson, Jay Biggs, Roman Polak, Matt D'Agostini, Matt Irwin, Jack Skille, Nigel Dawes, Milan Jurchina. Yeah, it's like a lot of these guys weren't playing anyway. Let's go to goaltendies. Mike Smith, only one. All right, so don't really care about the draft interviews because there's only one guy I really want, and I'm going to try my damnedest to get him. So I suppose we might as well just move right on to the draft. No, Pro Scout, don't care. So I'm going to trade our first-round pick, Gus Nyquist, Edmonton's third, and see how far up that could move me in the draft. So now we'd have to take Arizona's pick. The number 3 draft pick in this draft, the Arizona Coyotes. So we'll go to draft picks. They want this one. I would give you know what? I would give them our 3rd round pick. I would give them, and Gus Nyquist, obviously. They want Ghost. I don't know that I want to give them Ghost, though. They want Monty. I know we're going to have to lose a defenseman. I'm not giving up Ty Smith. You know what? Ghost is like the elder statesman other than Josh Manson on defense, and I don't exactly want to lose Josh Manson, and I do want to make a splash in free agency. So it's like, do you move Ghost? I mean, he's an offensive defenseman, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I prefer defensive defensemen. I'm going to go with what I originally said I wanted to do. They don't want Nyquist. That's the only problem. They actually wouldn't mind Josh Manson. But I like Josh Manson. I'm going to try it for Gus Nyquist and see if we're pretty even here. I think actually they'd be getting a relatively good deal out of this. Would they do it? Rejected. Oh, I don't know though. Do you do Ghost or do you do Manson because he's 31? You know what I mean? Ghost wasn't even in the conversation when it came to the first captain of this team. I know. We're running out of time. They do want Josh Manson. He's our oldest defenseman. How long is he under contract? 2 more years. That brings him to 33. That's not bad. And what is he? He's a defensive defenseman. I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose Monty. What if I went Nyquist and St. Louis's 3rd round pick next year? Could we make this work? Trade rejected. Yeah, it's because it's a top 3 pick, man. They don't want to lose those. I'm not giving you Tarasenko. I'd give you Ghost. I'd give you the 1st. I'd give you the 3rd. I'd give you next year's 3rd. Let's see if this one would work. Now, again, very lopsided trade, and it's all stuff that you guys want. And then Again, what if I gave you a future first? Now, that's like 3 years in the future. They did it! Oh my god! I got my dude. I had to give up Ghost, but I got my guy. We got Radic Ruchinski. Simulate pick. Fritz Meyer, two-way forward, 81 overall. Third line forward, right wing. Ooh, he's got yummy stats, too. Second overall pick. You guys did great. He has 0 X factors, though. All right, so we know what we're doing already. I'm going for Radic Ruchinski. He is a gem. Come on, my dude. 77 overall. Minor top 2 defense. But, oh yeah, he's got decent attributes. The speed's a tiny bit low. And he has got elite edges, no contest, bouncer, and shutdown. Elite rush defending. Great puck battling. Oh yeah, this guy's a win. I'd put him in the lineup opening night. I would totally put him in the lineup opening night. And like I said, because he's a gem, it's like, yeah, he's going to grow way better than anybody else would. So I think it was worth Shane Gostisbehere, to be 100% honest. Oh my goodness. All right, so what I'm going to do now is sim to pick 42, where we still got like top four potential people. I'm going to call a timeout. Scout the draft class, see what else we want to do. I do still want to move on. Oh, Edward Saleh. Low top 6 potential playmaker. Must bulk up. 3 years out. Could have ankle breaker. Takes winning seriously. Has an incredible drive to win. He's only 18. I actually kind of like this guy, to be 100% honest. But I do want to look ahead just a little bit to see what else we got. Is there like a potentially like a... Okay, Ludwig Rensfeldt. Ranked 51st. 0 weakness. Could be 2 years out. Could be elite. So there's someone to think of. Esa Ranta. I'd love to see like a goaltender or something. What do we got here? Edward Fritz. Two-way forward. Okay, so we got a little more information on... but he's 4 years out. Never mind. We got Scott Ratzlaff. I don't know anything about him. I kind of like Ludwig Rensfeldt, right winger. No weakness. I like that. He could be potentially 2 years out. And that would be the 51st pick at the draft. So we could potentially pay... Yeah. We could potentially trade for... Go for like round 2, pick 15, something like that. Like I said, we need money anyway for free agency. So, you know what I mean? So who was I looking to get rid of? Gus Nyquist. Would you guys do Gus Nyquist for a second round pick? No, you wouldn't. So, what about Gus Nyquist for... What if I gave you a 4th round pick next year on top of that? Makes it work. We literally just saved $9 million in cap space. And now we have 2 second round picks. And Edward Saleh, or Sale. I don't know, it's probably Saleh. I'm assuming it's Saleh. Let's make that pick, baby. 65 overall left wing playmaker. And he's, you know what, I'm kind of fine with his attributes. His puck skills could be a little better, but his awareness is very good. His shot power is pretty good. His wheels, the balance needs to come up. The endurance definitely needs to come up. Give him a couple years in the minors, and I think he could prove to be a pretty decent pick. Trig. Cataford. Yes, look at this guy. He can't afford anything. All right, so... Ludwig Rensfeldt is the next guy. Come on, be a gem, baby. Medium top 9. It's all right, though. It's all right. He's a prospect. And he's a two-way forward who could potentially grow. He just needs to get those wheels up a little bit. We're all about saving money here, so let's move to pick number 95. At an itchy nose. It's not my fault. Leave me alone. So, yeah, 95th pick. We're going to start going based on potential. What do we got? So for potential, now we got low elite. Aiden Roach. His Central Scout ranking is 122nd, but he's like 5 years out. Sometimes, though, those guys, they surprise you. So I don't think we're going to have any more gems or anything. But this guy was the guy, Kalle Ekman, right winger, 6'5", 202. Apparently that's right around where we would be picking 4 years out. Could potentially have an X factor. So we're going to maybe take him next. Dallas Valisi, little guy, no strengths. You gotta love it when they make that decision for you, right? Oh my goodness, I don't see like anything in the top 100 at this point anymore. So what did I say? I wanted to go for. You know what? We're gonna go for Aiden Roach. I know he's ranked 122nd, but or what was the other guy? Hold on. So we're going to go to watched list or pinned. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to take that Ekman guy next round. Yeah. So we'll go for Aiden Roach, who is a 60 overall low elite center. 3rd round pick. I still think that's a win. I don't care. Next pick we have is 141st in round 5. So is our guy still there? What do we got? Yep, there's Ekman. Kalle Ekman. We're going to try and get him next. Low, top 6 forward. Right wing. He's monstrous. I would consider this draft like not a failure. You know what I mean? So round 6. Who else do we got? I love my Sioux Greyhounds. Let's see what the best looking person is here. All right, what do we got? Looking for potential. What about Evan McCulloch? Left/right D. Could be a two-way D. No weaknesses. 5 years out. What if we just looked at like a goalie? Where's the next goaltender? You never know. Kyle Downey. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know who's ranked what. We got a guy, what is this? Braylon Orpik. No weakness, character, work ethic, compete level. I like all those things. It's a throwaway pick anyway. 7th D, whatever. And that is the draft. I know it kind of tapered off at the end there, but I got my guy, Radic Ruchinski. We got the 3rd overall pick. And it cost us the 9th pick, Shane Gostisbehere, a bad 3rd round pick, and a very future 1st round pick. Like 3 years from now, future 1st round pick. By that point, it's going to be basically time to trade Vlad Tarasenko anyway. You know what I mean? So, advanced day. You'll need to tender qualifying offers. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody here understands how this works. Everybody knows. So what do we got? Trevor Moore. Oh, baby. Trevor Moore jumped up to 85 overall. I love that. I love it. Fits on the second line. 3 years, 7 3/4. That's unbelievable. Matty Joseph jumped up a little bit. I wish he would have jumped just a little bit more. Philip Hedl, that's good. I do love me some Philip Hedl. Bobo and Dubois appear to have stayed in the same spot, but that is fine. We're going to be firing coaches. We're going to be getting ourselves coaches that fit better anyway. Ty Smith, 83 overall. So it looks like a lot of people stayed the same. Hayton grew a little bit. Oh, Faravari dropped to high top 6, or was he always high top 6? I swear he had top 4. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he always did. Craig Smith, I'm just going to release immediately because that's some age we don't need. Colin Blackwell could be a good depth guy. I'm thinking we're probably going to be bringing a couple folks up. Ryan Poehling, I would like to hang on to. Who else do we got? Ollie Uelevi, Radic Ruchinski. So Uelevi, yes, I want to sign him. 2 years, $1 million a year. Oh, he wants to be a UFA. That's what it is. All right. So Radic Ruchinski, obviously, we're going to sign him immediately to an entry-level deal. Who else do we got? Alex Nylander. I would love to bring him up. He wants a 2-way contract for $900,000. He remains an RFA afterwards. Axel Janssen-Fialbi is still under contract. Novak. We got Capobianco wants to come back. Isaac Ratcliffe. Nate Schnarr. I've actually had a lot of success with Nate Schnarr in the past, but he is 24. He's not getting any younger. So these guys, I think what we're going to do is just qualify like all of them. And I'm fine with that. What did we have? Oh, yeah, well, our elite goaltender, UPL, jumped up to 83 overall. It's good enough for me, and he might even grow a tiny bit more by the time the next season starts. And next year, we get to sign Nikolai Semenov, the goalie of the future, second-round pick in year 1. And maybe even Olivier Rodrigue could be the guy for a couple of years. But yeah, UPL is the guy. The only thing that concerns me is that... The only thing that concerns me is when you're switching all of your coaches and stuff out. Sometimes that, like, really hurts player growth. Whereas, like, Ty Smith, when we start next year, Ty Smith could be 86 overall or 85 overall. But if you swap all your coaches, sometimes that kind of, like, kills their growth and then they don't grow properly. You know what I mean? It's like everyone just kind of gets stuck in the same spot. So when we get to free agency, we are going to have to look at everything we've got and where we want them and then go from there. Calvin DeMello, hey, good to have you. Ali Uelevi's in. Ali Nee is in. Datsuk's here. Radic Ruchinski, baby. Even if we have to start him in the AHL and then by 28, 30 games into the season, if he jumps up to like 78 overall. Okay, who do we got? Final day of the re-sign phase. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wasn't actually done. All these guys are signing. Everybody wants to stick around. This is the happiest place on earth. Go back to the re-sign phase. It's tough to keep track of everything because I'm trying to be on the whole time. I do like Ryan Poehling. I would like him to stick around. 1.4 for 2 years. How about 1.25? You know what? No. How about 1.2? You greedy bastard. Let's go. 1.2 a year for you. Brandon Duhaime. You are still an RFA, so I'll qualify you. He's a good spare. You know what I mean? He is a good spare. Hold on. I didn't miss any goal. I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. Pretty sure I missed a goaltender in there somewhere. Connor Ingram. Oh, Connor. Yeah, no. He just went to fringe starter because he's aging out. I think we're going to go with Olivier Rodrigue as the starting goaltender for the AHL team. So honestly, Rodrigue, I think we're going to just move on from. Whoo! Advanced date. He's going to he rejected it. Wow. So we lost Ryan Poehling. All right. So we have 39 contracts as it stands today. Who is available? Anthony Duclair. Devon Taves. Wow. William Nylander. All these guys want a lot of money, and I'm going to throw it out there and say we could probably get 2 of them. We probably could. But I would want the ones like Reinhart, Nylander, I love me some Duclair, but man, does he want to get paid. What do you think? No, he's just a little on the too old side. William Nylander had himself a 73-point season in 80 games. He is a top-line guy. He does have superstar abilities, and he's only 27, and he's exact elite. That's what you want to see. Devon Taves is so tough to pass up on. He had 48 points. He's like an unreal defenseman. 91 poise. Elite edges, tape to tape. I think you go William Nylander, Devon Taves, man. I really do. I think we could get them both. I'd have to overpay them, but I think we might be able to get them both. Willie Nee, I would have to pay him. Oh, God. What else do we got down the list, though? People that are really good that don't want to get paid that much. That's going to be tough to find, right? They're like Andreas Janssen wants 6.5. Like that's going to happen. Tom Wilson. Oh, my. Could you imagine? Tom Wilson. Oh, my. 29 years old. He's just a monster. I think you go for William Nylander, offer him like 9.25. Go for Devon Taves and offer him 10. I think Devon Taves is worth 10 mil a year. And then after those guys sign and have Tom Wilson as like a backup plan, you know what I mean? The thing with Willie Nee is you're going to have to give him like 9.5 because there is another team interested. Okay, I'm going to do it. I don't care. We're making a splash at this one, man. I'm going to offer you $9.4 million a year. Nah, screw it. We'll just make it 9.5. I'll give you the 7. Let's do it. And then after that, we're going to go Devon Taves, and I'm going to offer him 10 because like he's a beast. And then we're pretty much tapped out for money. You know what? Yeah, you know what? We're going to offer him $10 million. And it was so close when I looked at the... I just smashed my table with the controller. That was very stupid. When we did the poll for who is going to be the next captain of this team, Bo Horvat did win by 1%. But he was only 1% ahead of let's see what the team looks like at the beginning of next year. And I got to tell you, if we got Devon Taves, I think you make him captain right away. I think instantly he's your captain. I'm doing it. I don't care. We got Holtby as a backup goalie. We could actually save money if we wanted to, if we offloaded Braden Holtby and just picked up like some Joe Blow backup goaltender. You know what I mean? All right, so we got to skip ahead a couple of days because we're not going to have a lot of money here. So, don't take too many days, guys. We need coaches still. Oh, Devon Taves went to Buffalo. Okay, we got Willie Nee. All right, free agency. What else is left? There's probably still tons left. Tom Wilson's left. So what do we got now? We got 12.7. We got to look for a defenseman. We got Shillington. Ooh, there's a fun option. Got Chris Tanev. Okay, hold on. We're going to go based on overall. The best one is 84 overall, but all these guys are like very old. If we went for like a Shillington, he's an offensive defenseman. I don't want that, man. You got like an Ilya Lyubushkin. Sean Walker. He's 28 though. He's just like your basic second pairing guy, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think defensively we might just have to go with what we got, you know what I mean? We have an elite defensive prospect. We now have William Nylander to go beside. That's going to be a wild line, man. It's either going to be William Nylander, Bo Horvat, Vlad Tarasenko, or William Nylander, PLD, Vlad Tarasenko. Regardless, I'm pretty happy with that top line. You know what I mean? But we could also shore things up a little bit because we do have a little bit of money left over. We could go for someone like a Tom Wilson. Huge, powerful. Well, we've already got PLD. That's the thing. Decisions, man. Do you go for someone like a Shillington? We're not going to have enough spots. I don't know. I like the idea of a Tom Wilson. And then at the beginning of the season, you see where everything's at. He only wants 4 years, and he is still in his 20s. But we're going to have a lot of prospects coming up, too. A lot of guys that were right on the fringe, you know what I mean? So I think I might just I might hold off. So what we're going to do now is go to coaching staff. First off, I'm going to go to hire coach. Our coach got worse. He's making $4 million a year. We could go for a generalist. Ew, yuck. What else we got? Generalist Colin Berry. He makes more than our coach does. Our coach makes, I think he makes 4 point something. You know what I mean? We could get ourselves just a banging head coach. This guy makes 4.2. So what if I just didn't have an assistant coach? Yeah, what if we just went like that? We just had head coach, associate coach, goalie coach. It said I still had all these people for like 3 years, and for whatever reason, they're just not there. They must have retired. That must be it. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to fire the head coach. I'm going to fire the assistant coach. So that leaves us with $5.6 million. What do we got? $5.6 million to get that coach and a goalie coach. That's all we got to do. So it was this second guy, generalist boy. he fits better than the other guy did. The other guy fit 59. This guy's 65. I mean, he's got crazy influence, great defensively, good offensively, great power play, decent enough teaching. Colin Berry, I think I'm going to offer you what do we have? 5.6? Okay, so I'll offer you and he wants what, 4.8? I will offer you 5.1, and then we've got $100,000, or $500,000 to find ourselves a goalie coach, which means we're going to have to go to NHL assistant coaches, because that's where I think a lot of them are. Till we find goalie. Where's goalie? Just has to have decent enough teaching. Don't tell me there's no goalie coaches here. Jesus, there's no goalie coaches here. We have upgraded this team quite substantially in the offense department. Give me a head coach. Oh, we got ourselves a hell of a head coach, and Coach Barry, baby. I don't feel like the role that you've offered me is appropriate given my skill set. I offered you a goalie coaching position, and you are a goalie specialized coach. What do you want? I know a lot of people are probably like, geez, what a fail. Rudolph, that was the guy we liked. So we'll just have to keep going down the list. Just keep going down the list. There better be a goalie coach in there somewhere. There you go, Louis Vara. C, I don't like it. B minus, I still don't like it. B, I like it a little better. B minus. B, A minus, Ollie Korpikari. He wants $0.00. NHL goalie coach for 3 years. I will offer you $394,000. It's like 160% of what you wanted, and you kind of look like Nick Frost. I like Nick Frost. We'll go with that. All right. So all we need is that goalie coach, and we are good to go. So again, we'll simulate ahead just a couple of days here. What are we doing? I want to thank you for your generous financial compensation. I accept good. Good. Now, we are still in free agency. I want to go to view contracts because I want to see what we've got. For centers, we got PLD, Bo Horvat, Michael Backlund is still third line. Okay, perfect. That's a very strong third line center. And look at how he fits. He fits just flipping fine. So I was kind of hoping that we could make Pierre-Luc Dubois the number one. Oh, yep. That's what we want. He is a perfect fit. 5 years, $7 million a year. We're going to get him 70 points this year. Okay, so first line center is going to be Bobo, or PLD. Second line center. Oh, definitely Bobo. Michael Backlund on the third. Ooh, Philip Hedl, I kind of wanted you to be a center as well. And he fits on the third. What is he? Center left wing. Okay. Barrett Hayton, center. Fits on the third. Okay, so it's going to be Backlund, Hedl. Backlund, Hedl, Hayton on that third line. That's going to be our third line. But yeah, PLD, number one center. Bo Horvat, number two. Michael Backlund, number three. And then what? Michael McLeod, number four. Fourth line center. He does fit there relatively well. So that third line is right here, completely taken care of. So it's going to be PLD. We have 0 left wingers, apparently. Vladdy Tarasenko fits well enough on the top line, especially with PLD, the way he fits. And then we got Willie Nee. He's brand new, so we can't see where he fits. Okay. These guys are all right wing / left wing anyway. Vladdy Tarasenko shoots left, and Willie Nee shoots right. So everybody's going to be on their 1T side, unless I switch them. Okay. Second line is going to be Trevor Moore, Bo Horvat, and I'm thinking Matthew Joseph, baby. Unless we wanted to make it on Philip Hedl. No. No, it's the second line is going to be Bo Horvat, Trevor Moore, and Matthew Joseph. Keegan Colasar doesn't say he fits anywhere, but I'm assuming he'll be on the fourth line. Alex Nylander, I would love to have on that fourth line. He was very good in the AHL. There is a chance he still could grow a little bit more. And I got him for $900K for 1 year. Something in the fourth line is probably Ryan McLeod, Keegan Colasar, and Alex Nylander. And on D, So the defense didn't get any better. We are going to have Josh Manson, Brandon Montour. Okay, so Manson, where do you fit? On the second pairing. Okay, that's cool. Brandon Montour fits on the second pairing. Okay, Ty Smith fits on the second pairing. That's cool. Martin Faravari fits on the second pairing. Awesome. And then we would have Brett Kulak, who fits everywhere really well. Ollie Uelevi, who it's not going to tell us. So it can either be Ruchinski, Uelevi, or I could swap them out. You know what I mean? So our defense isn't the greatest. What's in the system? We don't have a lot of D. We have 3 defensemen in the system, but actually main roster down here, we also have Capobianco, who I might keep up in the NHL as a spare and send either Uelevi or I might use Ruchinski and have Uelevi as the spare and send Capobianco down. I'm thinking that might be what I'm doing. So Capobianco would go down, which leaves us 4 defensemen in the AHL, which we need much better defensemen than that anyway. The nice thing about free agency is you can find a lot of two-way players really cheap and that just like were left unsigned. They have like good potential. They're decent. So instead of defensemen, let's go to all skaters. What do we have? Brandon Duhaime, still not signed. We could also use him as a spare forward. I'll give you 1.25 for 1 year. Then we got Axel Janssen Fialbi, Novak. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay. So we could stand to sign like a forward, like a spare AHL forward or 2, you know what I mean? And then we would need to sign 3 AHL defensemen. So we'll go back to main roster where in net we have got Holtby and UPL. UPL is definitely the starting goaltender on this team. In the system, Olivier Rodrigues. So we also need a backup AHL goaltender. So 3 forwards, 3 defensemen, 1 AHL caliber goaltender, if not 2 for injury's sake. All right, so let's just do that really quickly right now. Otherwise, I mean, I kind of like this team. I'm not nuts about our defense, but I mean, what are we going to do, right? Okay, so we will go to forwards. We will go to two-way. We will go to potential. That's what we want to do. Ooh, look at this guy. Jack Drury, 23 years old, two-way forward. That's fun. And McBain, too. Jack McBain and Jack Drury. Battle of the Jacks, baby. So we'll get them both. Is there any teams interested? No. So what if I got you for 2 years? Signed you to the max. So I'll give him the 1 year. He's an RFA. It's fine. I'll give you the 1 year, but I'll give you more than you wanted. 1 year, you want $750,000. How about $150,000 more? How do you like me now? And this Bocage guy. We also got Tyroning. No, he's too old. Bocage is only 21. Alex Bocage, 3rd round pick. He's a two-way forward, right winger. That would be all two-way forwards, though. You don't really want that. This guy, no. Playmakers, Niederbach, Theodore Niederbach, 71 overall. Center/right wing playmaker. 2nd round pick in 2020 by the Wings. I'm fine with that. Let's get him. I'll give you just a little bit more than you were asking for, and then we're going to go for defenseman. This is Robin Salo. Wow, how are you not signed anywhere? He's 24 years old. Wants a 1 year deal. After that, we got Wyatt Kalanick. He's too old. Again, it's just a little too old, you know? But there's not a lot of things to... Kalle Shalin. We got too many defensemen in the 60s. We need a couple more in the 70s. 22 years old, medium top 6. That's fine. We'll go with it. What else do we got? Millman, 70 overall. 25, 23. Medium top 60. Defensive defenseman. I like it a whole awful lot. Let's do it. And then, so we wanted tendies. We need a backup goaltender. And this guy looks pretty good. You look much less good. So we're going to go with you. Wolf. Yep. 22 years old. Another 22-year-old, but we don't need that. And this is going to be the third guy. He's only 57 overall. Lindbaum. How is he still so low overall? Didn't he play a bunch of games in the NHL like this year? And wasn't he like pretty halfway decent? All right, he wants a 1-year deal for $750. Then he's an RFA. Olaf Lindbaum. Was he the guy that played for Chicago or something for a couple of games? I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. So we just offered 9 contracts. That really fills up our contracts. But I think we got our team. Ty Emberson. All right, give me some more folks. Give me some folks. Accepted the offer. They want Michael Backlund and a third for Bobrovsky and a second. I like Michael Backlund right where he is. Thank you very much. Brandon Duhaime signs. Oh, he rejected. Damn it. And I'm pretty sure he was one of the defenders, wasn't he? All right, so we just got to go look one more time. At the two-way, folks. Just got to look at him one more time. We'll go defenseman. Chris Russell. Wow. What else do we got? Schuster, Smith, Jake Dotchin. Oh, my God. Schooneman. Noah Juleson. That's funny. All right, what else we got? Someone just a little younger, like Cam Dineen. There you go. But I'd like someone even like just a little bit younger. You know what I mean? We're in the right. We're in the right. What do we got? Oh, never mind. That really jumped down. Why did the overall jump so much? That was so weird. Wyatt County. It just has high top 6. That's the thing. I know he's going to go to 7th D this year. So it's like, you know what? Stick with my guns. Let's go with Cam Dineen. Let's do it. All right. Last one, I swear. Last one. We're pretty much ready to, what do they want? A second and a fourth for Michael Matheson and a third. All right, I want to look at this. Is Matheson better than what we've got? 83. So he's about the same as everything we've got. And he fits nowhere. So no thank you. I don't exactly want to give up a second-round pick either. I do kind of like them. Did Cam Dineen sign? I'm pretty sure he did, right? Oh, there he is. Extremely happy to accept your offer. Second and a fourth for Matheson and the third. He said no to this. I've already told you I don't want to do this trade. Backlund and a third for Bobrovsky in a second. I don't want to make the same trade over and over again. My goodness. All right, so... Well, Devon Taves never signed. So I think Bo Horvat is officially the first captain of this team. If Devon Taves would have signed, I said, screw the poll. He's got to be your guy, right? All right, so we don't have the greatest defense in the world. What do we want now? They want to trade me Ghost. That's kind of hilarious. I literally traded you Ghost for the number 3 pick, and you're already trying to give him back to me? And you want 2 seconds? You're hilarious. Get out of here. Oh my God, that's funny. There have actually been some interesting trade offers. Okay, so we're doing decent with the ticket drive. You gotta think we're gonna be a better team than we were last year. View owner goals. We're sellers. Okay. Acquire a first-round pick for the upcoming draft. I'd like you to be within $1.5 million of the player's salary budget I set. The concession, I'm not doing that. I'm very pleased with the work you've been doing with this franchise. Keep up the good work. State of the team seller. My expectations are low, but we still need to field a competitive team to keep the fans coming back. I don't think things are as bad as you think they are. All right, so I'm going to go set captains. So they want to make Josh Manson the captain immediately. You're not the captain, man. So Vladdy Tarasenko is an assistant captain. I'm going to say Bo Horvat is the captain, and not to do all of these defensemen dirty or nothing, but I got to say I think Michael Backlund's got to be your other assistant captain. You got to think it. You know what I mean? So who all was up for defense? Radic Ruchinski did make it up. And then we got UPL and we got Braden Holtby. So we are going to take a very quick peek at what the edit lines look like on this team. Oh my God, I'm such a moron. I totally forgot to edit the jerseys. Oh, man. All right, so what did we say we wanted? Okay, Bobo. So we wanted Nylander, Dubois, Tarasenko, Trevor Moore, Bo Horvat, and was it Philip Hedl? No, it was Matthew Joseph, I think, right? Which one was it? Which one of you was it? It might have been Filipino. No, it wasn't Filipino. But he's a second line forward, so I got to put him there anyway. Michael Backlund's going to be the center because he's a beast mode center, although Barrett Hayton's not that great either. And obviously not Matthew Joseph, third line. So we got Brandon Duhaime, Michael McLeod, who actually is a third line forward now, so that might hurt us. We got Keegan Colasar, who actually doesn't fit all that well, and scratched Alex Nylander, who doesn't fit all that well either. And Ollie Uelevi, who is actually a depth defenseman. He really doesn't fit anywhere, though. We might stick this out for just a little bit. But I might... Yeah, you know what? Wow, I just realized we have Alex and William Nylander on this team. That's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. I like that. It's fun. But I think we might try it out like this for a little bit. This is a much better team than we had last year offensively. And then up top... We got Brandon Montour and Ty Smith with Martin Feravari and Josh Manson, Brett Kulak, and Radic Ruchinski. Like, what's Kulak again? Okay, he's a two-way defender, and he makes up for that. Okay, so, yeah. So Monty's a right D. Manson's a right D. Oh, yeah, Radic Ruchinski is definitely a right D. You gotta try him out. I mean, he doesn't fit there. He kind of doesn't fit anywhere. But Kulak fitting everywhere kind of offsets that, right? So let's go to Tendies, where UPL is officially a starting goaltender. 84 overall, and Braden Holtby is a backup. Good. UPL is officially ready to be a starting goaltender in the National Hockey League. I like it a whole lot. That's awesome. I don't mind this team. All right, so actually, before we end this video off, what I am going to do is simulate ahead. I haven't set any of the special teams or anything yet. What I'm going to do... What do you want to do? Give me Marc-Andre Fleury and a 7th for a 3rd and a 4th. I don't want to do that. But Marc-Andre Fleury is... Oh, Nick Leddy. But you want Trevor Moore? No way. I'm not giving you Trevor Moore. Quote the damn Raven, baby. Trevor Moore is one of my favorites on this team. All right, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Like I said, what I am going to do is jump into this first preseason game. We are going to get a thumbnail of Bo Horvat on the ice as the captain, I'm thinking. And then we are going to finish this flipping thing off. So, I'll be right back. All right, so we suffered a 3-2 loss in that game. It's not like I played it or anything. So, oh my goodness. Anyway. I got the thumbnail for the video. That is where we are going to finish it all off for this one. We apparently need to get at least a first-round pick for the upcoming draft. We'll see how this team starts to do. I know we're slightly on the weaker side defensively. Our offense is up in the 90s at 91, and last year I believe it was 89. Our defense last year was 88. This year I believe it's actually 89. And goaltending last year was like 81, and this year it's 84. So that's pretty good. Anyway, so the team did improve. It definitely improved offensively. So hopefully we have a little more star power. We got a little more scoring power now, and we're going to be able to pull off a bunch more wins this year than we did last year. Our coaching has definitely improved. We have a very, very rich coach that we're going to be paying for the next 5 seasons, including this one. That is going to do it for me for this one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you haven't already, there's new videos coming all the frickin' time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.